Hey y'all, it's me again, the Rock Doctor, coming at you live with another installment of Must Know Rock Guitar Moves. This is volume number 66. Oh God. So today, here's the deal. I wanted to talk about, check it out, navigating the fingerboard with shapes, scale shapes, and notes, meaning the root note of the key in this case, in the key of A. So now I'm going to set the dry erase board aside for a sec. Let me just play some stuff here. All right, so I'm going to be in the home position of A pentatonic minor, the fifth position, and I'm going to play this lick. Let me fire up the track. Here we go. I've got a descending version of the lick as well. Here it comes. Now, what's the big deal there, right? Well, first let me outline the lick. I'm not going to tab it out today. No scrolling tab. This is simple. So, if you take the home pentatonic scale for A pentatonic minor, this guy, fifth position. Here's what I've got. I've got a 2-bar phrase. You know, most phrases are 2 bars long. It's eighth notes, and I'm going to I'll walk you through it. Here's what I've got. Let me play the lick again. Now here's what I've got. On the low E string, I had 5/8. You can pick it or hammer it, doesn't matter. Eighth notes. 1 and. Go now to the A string and play 5, 6, 7. 2 and 3. Then go to the D string and play 5, 7, 7. And 4 and. So here's what I've got. Listen. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. It's simple, right? It's simple. It really is. And there's nothing wrong with simple, basic licks. You can build a whole style and a whole career out of simple, basic licks. Nobody needs to know that you're actually a genius virtuoso. You don't have to prove that to anybody. No, you don't, unless you want to. All right. Now, here's the descending version of the lick. I'll play it first. Now let me walk you through it fretwise. On the D string, I descended from 7 to 5. Pick or pull off, it doesn't matter. Then go over to the A string and play 7, 6, 5. Hammer back on to 6 and pull back off. So you've got this. Then go over to the low E string and play 8, 5. Now the count on that's kind of interesting. Here's what I've had. Listen. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1, 2, 3. I think that's right. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1, 2. Yeah, pretty much. Still a 2-bar phrase. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1, 2. There you go. Now, what are we going to do with all that crap? That's the question, right? Wow. Let's look back at our chart. So it's a basic, simple lick. So what you can do to expand your knowledge of the fingerboard and not get lost while you're playing is this. That lick, take a look. I outlined the notes in it. I left out the blue note, though. But look. Oh, look, I smudged my green dot. That 5th fret green dot is the A note. That's my point of reference. So the lick comes out of this shape. So the first thing you have to be aware of, besides knowing the lick, the ascending version and the ascending version of the lick, is look. You can do that on lots of different strings. Look. Let me find that A note, the green dot, on the A string. It happens in the open position, so you can do that like here. You can also do it in the 12th position, look, where the root note A is on the A string. See? You can do it right there. Look, it's exactly the same as the 5th position one where the root is on the low E. But let's keep going. Let's find an A note on the D string. Look, here it is, look. See it? Now look at the shape. So far it's the same, but when you get to the B string, you have to raise everything up 1 fret. But you still can do the same lick, you just have to know where you are. All right, let's keep going. You could do that on the D string up here too at 19, an octave higher, same thing. Now let's go to the G string and find that green dot, the A note. Look, here it is. 2nd fret, look. Now the shapes here, the smaller shapes, are raised up 1 fret, but you can still do the lick right there. You can do it an octave higher as well. Right here, look, 14. See? Same. Let's see. You can almost do it over here on the B string, but we run out of, you can do something with it. See it? So where are we at there? Let's see. That is the 10th fret. That A note there. See it? You could do something with it. So that's one way to navigate those, is knowing where the root note is and realizing you've got a lick and a scale shape there. So learning how to play the same lick all over the place is very beneficial. Sure is. And it prevents you from getting lost down the road once you really get comfy with this. All right. Let me slide this back out of the way. This is going to be a short one today, really. But now let me fire the track back up, and I'm going to play the ascending version of a lick and the descending version of a lick in most of those places. I'll work my way across the strings. E string, A string, D string, and G string, okay? Okay, but I'm not going to tab it out. You guys are smart. You can figure it out. Come on. All right, let me roll this thing. There it is, finally. And then, now let me do it on the A string. A string again, up here, 12. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. All right, now let's find the A note on the D string. Now let's go to the G string. Go up and out here. Spend some time with it. If you can play one lick in several places, I think it's to your benefit, and it sure is. And you won't get lost. And make sure again, realize that we're playing mostly eighth notes. We're locked into the groove, and that lick lasts for 2 measures. Most of them do. You could convert it to a 1-measure lick in different ways, but we won't talk about that today. So we've got 2-bar phrases, 2-bar licks. They're sentences, and they describe the chords. I didn't talk about any kind of chord tone today. Just learn the lick first. You can always change the final note of your lick to match chords in the chord progression, and watch some of my other videos for that. I'll include the link for my backing track in A number 1 with this, but any backing track in A will work, really. All right, so it's me, the Rock Doctor. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, order me a pizza, and find me a hot-looking chick bass player, because my bass player, John, he's very good, but he's not hot-looking at all. He's just a dude. Sorry, John. All right, I'm out of here. Bye.